there goes again.
That's not, it's moving sideways.
Listen, that rumble. You feel it?
It ain't
What's this? What's flying in the air? What the hell is this?
Oh, how do I get in the Shavalubovic?
Do you guys see it? They have a freaking camera on it. Wow. It just landed up there. That one right there.
The kids said they were curious and wanted to look out into the graveyard. But in this seemingly normal photo, the woman captured a figure whispering to one of the children.
How did Jeffrey Epstein happen? With much work and help. Just like Jeffrey Epstein, Ryan Upchurch has Jelly Roll and his wife to handle his dirty work.
Man, what's good with the collective? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up and subbing up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7, and this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps collective grow, helps collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate you if you're watching on your TV, whatever the case is. I wish it was smooth 7. Might be a trigger warning or two. I hope not. But I did have to go ahead and say, I've been watching a couple movies lately. Red Dawn and Maze Runner, right? I think we're missing a key point in a lot of the movies that they show. Because this happens in a lot of movies. And we always talk about like what they really trying to say. But there's one key point. Even in Leave the World Behind. No matter what class you come from in society, whatever color you are, bro, you gonna need your neighbor. You gonna need your people right there next to you. We all gonna be one together at that point against a certain enemy if shit ever hit the fan. I'm just saying. But I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all know what it is. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
A security guard at Banning High School took this picture of what he believes was a demonic figure that he claims had horns that were increasing in size, even corroborating what he saw with another teacher. Apparently he had seen this figure for 3 days in a row.
Yeah, this one gives me the chills. A woman took a cute photo of her kids peeking over a fence. The fence is a surround for a swimming pool, and on the other side of the fence is a graveyard. The kids said they were curious and wanted to look out into the graveyard. But in this seemingly normal photo, the woman captured a figure whispering to one of the children. There is a creepy gray face with glowing white eyes, with its mouth open, and it looks like it's talking in the ear of this child. Now, I'm not sure if the spirit is attached to this child, but I have noticed a recurring thing with photos of ghosts near water, and that is they do look like drowned victims. They are gray, they look bloated, they're usually kind of shiny, and that's what this looks like to me. So I'm wondering if maybe the spirit was attracted to the pool, and I'm not sure, but it kind of does look like the spirit is a child. It has a very small nose and mouth, and its head does seem to be about the same size as the other children's heads. What do you guys think about this? Let me know. And don't forget to like and follow for more.
See.
My mom, her side of the family, my grandmother, they've been introduced to
Have you ever watched the ghost cams at the Willard Public Library? Supposedly the building is so haunted that they've set ghost cameras up to catch paranormal activity, and you can find it all streaming live on their website. This is something that has just recently been brought to my attention by the creator that I've tagged in my description, so of course, when I heard about this, I had to go see it for myself. And it's true, they actually have ghost cams on at all times. On their website, they also give you a history of the known apparition that has been reported there the most, and they call her the Gray Lady. They've even had police summoned there because of a security alarm that was triggered, and according to these officers, one of them went inside to investigate and the other watched from the parking lot. Well, the officer that was in the parking lot said that he saw the ghost of a woman with a shadowy figure beside her through the window of the building. So when his colleague emerged, he asked if he had seen them, but they found no trace of anyone inside. Here's another story from the library assistant that's posted on their website. It says, shortly after being hired, a library assistant bravely addressed the Gray Lady while walking alone on the adult services floor. She politely asked not to be frightened and suggested the ghost communicate in gentler ways. Moments later, the elevator doors opened unexpectedly, the call light illuminated despite no one being inside. The assistant approached cautiously, finding the elevator empty. She believed this encounter was the Gray Lady's response, welcoming her to the staff. I guess when the bathrooms were remodeled, the toilets started flushing on their own, so they had to call plumbers in, but there was no cause found. There was also a new projector that was installed that would move up and down by itself, so they called technicians in to investigate, but they couldn't figure it out either. They have this picture of the library founder's daughter hanging above the copier machine, and some people think that she could be the Gray Lady.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. The last couple clips, I ain't know nothing about.
Oh my God, there goes again. That's not, it's moving sideways.
You feel it?
It ain't thunder. Look by the trees, right there.
It's lower now. Closer.
Why is it bending like that? I don't know.
Here comes another one.
So I'm out minding my own business. Y'all see the Coca-Cola building there, and there's Georgia Tech. What is this? What's flying in the air? What the hell is this? And it's like a pole going down, but it can't. That's impossible. That cannot be anything that's that high, like erect. That's Coca-Cola, honey. That's 20-something floors. So that's in the sky. What is this? Come on, Zoom. Don't film me now. Oh, no. What is this in the sky? And of course, when I zoom in. Okay, I'm going to take a regular video and then zoom it in when I get in the house. But you see Georgia Tech? Something's flying over, but it looks like something's hanging down from it. And it's lighting up right in my face. Okay now. Okay. We all see this. What in the hell is that? Over Georgia Tech. What can possibly be that high? Higher than the dorms? I'm gonna go upstairs and see what the hell this is. This don't make no sense. What is this? Wait a minute now. Let me wear my camera. What is this? Okay, let me. Tosh, you finish?
As soon as you said it's going, it scared me.
Now where did it go? What the? I'm glad I recorded. I just came upstairs and not a thing gone. Oh, hell no. What was that?
Shit, this is weird. I hate when that happens. If I'm not mistaken, our military has a plane or like a UFO that they have created their own version, and it is a triangle. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I know some people gonna disagree with this one, but I gotta speak my opinion. I gotta say what I feel. If I got super close to one of them UFOs, bro, I'm about to tell them, come pick me up. Let me leave this. Give me and my family. Let's leave this damn place right here where all these damn fallen angels is controlling shit. Controlling all the laws. Doing the shit that they doing. Put some shit out in files. And they still turn around and getting away with this shit. Like, come on, save us, bro. Let us come to y'all shit, please. Like, get us out of here. Please. Like, I know some gonna disagree. But the reason why I say that is because I can't say that they've came down and harmed me or mine. But I've seen what the world has to go through from people in charge. So I gotta, that's my, you know what I mean? That's what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at what's in the sky. They ain't did nothing to me. It been them over there. So I'm not about to get confused and, you know what I mean? So, but if you feel like that, I respect it. I'm not gonna persuade you. I'm not trying to change your perception. I'm just telling you where mine is at. Let me know how y'all feeling in the comments. That's how I see it.
Gilan? Do I know you?
No, sorry.
No? Oh, I used to order hella pizza off of her.
Oh, really?
She always delivered, yeah.
What the hell was that? What the hell was that? That looks just like Ghislaine Maxwell, who's supposed to be in prison. I told you, the truth is starting to get exposed. Shabadoo Bushkis, Shabadoo. You see this? You see what they're doing with their weird rituals in the middle of the night? Their secret hidden islands? I'm telling you, there's a lot of evil, strange shenanigans they're up to, and we're starting to find out. Yeah, we're starting to see the truth. The truth is coming out, baby cakes. Shabadoo Bushkis, Shabadoo.
Did you see the one in the back, how fast he was moving? That wasn't even human-like.
So ready to show us them alien files. No, slick, bitch. Show us y'all files. They done blocked out every damn detail that can incriminate anybody. Y'all remember that Tom jumped off that and then he to that little girl and that little boy that one time? Like, well, who? What they did? Y'all want to show us aliens flying around, probably walking around the mall. We know they was there. We was talking about that behind y'all back.
Magic words. Miska, Muska, Mickey Mouse. Say it with me.
Domain expansion. Infinite void.
So many questions.
Neistat found a hole in the New York sidewalk, so we flew all the way out to find it. Unfortunately, it was sealed. But after posting the video, we got an anonymous tip about a secret tunnel system inside of a synagogue. We were told it was somewhere inside of the basement, so we went down to check. There were a bunch of strange rooms that still had power. But inside of this closet, somebody had broken the wall to find their way in. They even cut a hole into this metal to get into the secret tunnel. Then we found this strange looking vent, which was actually a tunnel system that went on for miles. I can't believe we actually found tunnels in New York City. There were even stairs inside of the tunnel. They even had massive fans for ventilation. The craziest part was when I walked down here and I found another room. This room looks like it's for a fallout shelter. I even found a bunker with a bed inside of it.
Shit crazy. We got these things all over the world.
Everybody calls me crazy when I say a synagogue of reptilians, or when I bring up the fact that yes, shape-shifting reptilians are biblical. The Bible starts with a shape-shifting, deceptive reptilian. It ends with the same. You have David saying things like, lizards are in king's palaces. Jesus repeatedly calls the same exact group reptiles, serpents, vipers, says that they've created a den of thieves, and he only refers to one specific group in this way. So we have this incident in New York City a couple years back, and then we have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles who live in the sewers underneath New York City, and they eat pizza. I also just saw a trailer. They're coming out with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Chrome. It shows them literally morphing into Nephilim. Like, they grow extra fingers and stuff and they become gigantic. But I want to show you this movie I came across on YouTube because I actually cannot believe how upfront it is.
The creatures who deceive the humans in the name of God were reptile-like aliens called reptilians. The reptilians liked to eat the animals of Earth and occasionally enjoyed eating human flesh too.
They brainwashed the Earthlings by using the name of God, when their true intentions were to invade and overtake the Earth.
So I couldn't post the whole clip. Copyright. Y'all heard it all.
You got $1 by any chance?
No, sorry.
No? Yo, how do I get in the Shavalu village?
What is the Shavalu village, bro? I'm whispering because the way they perked up, he definitely said some shit that he should not know about, bro. They activated like sleeper agents, bro. It's like you just said Hydra in a room full of SHIELD agents, pre-Captain America, with a soldier gang. I'm not even playing with you, bro. That could be scripted. But they had the blacked out Suburbans parked on the opposite side of the road, bro. He was just posted up, standing there. The whole situation seems mad sus. And what's even more sus, bro, is when you hit the search, nothing comes up, bro. And I don't mean nothing as it's blank. I mean nothing as there's no results for that search. Now, I'm a man, I love my conspiracy theories, bro. I've been in this years now, over a decade deep, you know what I'm saying? So, we already know how that situation looks, the optics on it, if you get what I'm saying, because you know who owns this platform now. But, bro, whatever he's talking about, I want no parts. I'm good, bro. I'm just trying to make a bag and live my life, bro. They can keep all of that.
Ha! Y'all remember that hit the news, right?
Hey, remember that time when a bunch of, hey, remember that time they found a bunch of tunnels and dirty mattresses under Chabad Synagogue in New York City and Brooklyn? No, you don't? That's okay, because the media covered it up almost instantly. But yeah, let's run it down. Let's run down the most story you've heard today. So back last year, it was discovered that a bunch of Jewish students had illegally excavated a tunnel which had stretched, I think, 600 meters beneath their synagogue. The exact place is the Chabad Lubavitch World Headquarters in Brooklyn, New York, okay? So when it was discovered that these, you know, ambitious students had began tunneling illegally into New York City, they pulled out a mattress, a child-sized mattress covered in what looks like blood. They pulled out a few high chairs. And who else knows what they pulled out of there? Because wouldn't it be crazy if the Chabad people tried to literally fill the tunnel with cement before police could get involved? This really happened. Then a brawl broke out. A bunch of crazy Chabad Jewish people stormed a press conference and a police investigation, obviously trying to stop them from discovering something. Gee, I wonder, any guesses? Anyone want to take a wild guess at maybe what they were trying to stop the discovery of? I don't know. It could be a million things. But anyways, yeah, nothing to see here. This story was forgotten about within like a week. And yeah, I'm sure they're not up to anything like that anymore. Has anyone checked on that Chabad headquarters? Anyone want to see if they got those tunnels going, or what's going on? What's going on with the tunnels, baby?
Do y'all remember us covering that? And also, to follow up with that, do y'all remember the guy who was trying to get into the party they was throwing? And he walked to the back, and the lady was like pointing a finger, and she like, no. She ran from him. Remember, she was pushing Strella on the street. She seen him, and she heard him and hit the corner and got up out of there. And then I seen a lot of people taking up for that too. And then we remember when they came out and they like, you can't party here. And he like, I'm trying to party with y'all. And they like, nah, you can't party here. And he pretty much was saying they had tunnels. And it was right after they found that. Do y'all remember? I know the news, one of the videos we came across, the news did cover that. But it was quickly forgotten. Shit, hell, we being honest, I forgot about it. I did. I ain't too big to say that. Let me know y'all thoughts. That shit's crazy. That is crazy. But I know a lot of people probably don't even know about it either, though. There's some of us who remember. There's some who don't even know about it. Let me know y'all thoughts. If this is new to you, man, take that rabbit hole. That shit crazy. If you want us to take it again, we will. A million things they were built for.
I always imagine myself making great plays, but you never think about being MVP.
Investigate 9/11. 9/11 was perpetrated by people within our own government.
All right.
Why do smart people always wait until the last minute? It turns out their brain is doing something that yours is not. Studies have found that people with higher IQs tend to procrastinate more than everyone else. And the reason is simple. They know they can finish in time, so they don't feel the urge to rush. But that's not the interesting part. While they're waiting, their brain is still working on the problem without them realizing it. This is called the incubation effect. And it's been shown again and again in research. When you step away from a task, your mind keeps processing it in the background, forming connections you'd never find by sitting there and forcing it. Then, as the deadline approaches, something else kicks in. The body releases a surge of chemicals that sharpen focus and shut out distractions. Research shows that people under moderate pressure are about 23% more creative than those under no pressure at all. But this only works if you actually trust your ability. For someone without the skill or experience, waiting just creates panic. But for someone who knows the problem deeply, the delay becomes part of the process. This is completely different from laziness. Because wait, they're not being lazy. They're giving their brain time to explore possibilities in the background, then using the deadline as a switch, snapping into a mental state where time compresses, focus narrows, and thinking becomes faster, clearer, and more precise than normal. Why do
That shit look like military made that shit.
How old was y'all when y'all found out that Barney was never there?
What?
They said it in the theme song. Barney is a dinosaur from our imagination.
Wait, so all those kids were crazy? No, because there was a lot of them, and they was together, so it was like some mass psychosis. Those poor baby childrens. Oh no.
Now these are trying to distract us by releasing classified alien and UFO document. Don't nobody give a you the monster, mo.
Facts.
Trying to distract us. When you the monster. I'll go smoke a joint with E.T.
Thank you, bro.
Scared of your bitch ass.
Thank you.
Like, I don't give a if tomorrow they have a press conference with Yoda, Spock, and Alf. I'll be like, cool story, bro. Cool story. Cool. Now where the rest of the files you in? Where the rest of the millions of files? With your monster ass. Don't nobody give a man. You can't make this shit.
So right now I'm gonna show you guys what your bananas look after they get gassed. So we come here, open up our little door, turn on our light. These are the banana chambers. We're gonna come in here and check them out. Come up here, pull one out. Okay, so this is from the left side. And then we'll check our right side. So I actually pulled off a little hand so I can show you guys. So this is from the right side and the left side. So in the right side, it starts to break in a little bit of yellow already. So these ones were gassed maybe like 3 days ago, maybe. And then they'll have another maybe 4 to 5 more days, but they'll get shipped out by today. So then by the time you guys get them at the grocery stores, they'll be more yellow and ready to eat. And then another thing, let me show you guys. We also have these little probes that go inside the bananas. This tells us the pulp temperature and the temperature of the banana. So that way we can determine when they have to go out. So yeah, that's how your bananas look after they get hit with some ethylene gas. Okay, bye.
Very great information to know.
How did Jeffrey Epstein happen? With much work and help. Just like Jeffrey Epstein, Ryan Upchurch has jelly rolled his wife to handle his dirty work.
I don't know if you guys are going down this rabbit hole, but I am with Ryan Upchurch's page and Creek Squad and all that. And he's outing everybody. And he's like, I ain't got nothing to hide. We protect women and children. And he has proof. And there's just a lot of back and forth, and I don't know if you guys are seeing it, but y'all need to go look at what Ryan Upchurch is saying and Nicole Arbor and the the 2 songs that she came up with. Jelly Roll saying the N-word and talking about how he's the Ghislaine Maxwell of country music, basically, or whatever it is. I'm not, this all, don't come for me, alleged, you know? But this is crazy. This is crazy. And I love Bunny. I watched her podcast and I listened to Jelly Roll's music. I went to a concert for him and I'm like, I mean, I knew there was something a little fishy because he was like, I'm not into politics, but didn't you just, like, a year or 2 ago, go for Congress to talk about rehabilitation and things? So you are political when it is for you. I'm just at a loss. Y'all need to go look at these videos.
Once again, taking the time to look at the mummies. Where are the mummies that is of alien species? Where's the rest of the mummies that was part of the colony? They ate them. They turned them into medicine. They still do shit like that now. They making a ceremony to catch. Like, do y'all not see the stupidity? Like, do stupid things win stupid prizes. Like, they're damn near ripping each other's limbs off. Just to get this equal water. This is insanity to me. Like, this is fucking crazy as shit to me. Hey, bro, I got this dead man's foot right here. I got this dead man's foot right here that's been falsifying. I figured, like, me and you should all get together and, I don't know, dip the toes in some water and we all drink it. Like, what is this? That has to be the process. That has to be the process. That has to be the process. Hey, dog, I got this mummified foot. You want to drink some mummy water with me?
I had to chop some of that clip out. It was a piece of a foot that they was putting into some water. And the part when they show the actual foot, I had to take that out. And you only get to see when they fighting to get the water. What's y'all thoughts, man? What's your thoughts? This shit is crazy.
There are no bathrooms built in some of our most intricate, beautiful structures in the world. I mean, no toilets at all. Map journey on the ancient builder race. Link in bio, free download of the map. For some reason, from 500 all the way up into 1800, there was no bathrooms. Disgusting. The timeline just doesn't make sense. How do we go all the way from Roman Greece to having aqueducts and plumbing and bathhouses, and then all the way up into year 500, and then from 500 to 1800, we just didn't use bathrooms? This is where we use logic. It doesn't make sense. You cannot look at these structures right here that I'm showing you and tell me that they could go that far in the detail and think that this was made to hold people for long periods of time. Just use your common sense here. There is no way that they overlooked the bathroom. If you believe that, stop the video now, save yourself. You're not gonna like any more of this. You're just go ahead, just go. Around the 1700s to 1800s, everything starts to pick back up and we start using plumbing again. Or we rediscover plumbing again. Also, this is where all the inventions came from. In 1800s, almost like we restarted. Yeah. Ancient master builders, why did they build these cathedrals with no bathroom? Because they were charging stations. These are energy frequency healing stations. That's what they were made for. I understand it's hard to believe, but go with me on this thought exercise for a second. Let's say modern day, I build a structure that deals with frequency. In this structure, I amplify a certain frequency, and if you walk through it, you can be healed of certain ailments. Let's say I built this thing and I have it open to the public. Modern day, right now, how long do you think that I could have my structure, frequency healing station, open to the public for free? How long do you think that I could operate without coming up gone or them just taking it completely? And two, once the system took it, which they would take it, do you think they're going to keep it at 100%, or are they going to dilute it, control it, turn this into some sort of financial beneficial system for them? What's the difference between modern day and back then? Why were all of the organs and all of these structures dismantled, toned down, or completely disappeared? Some of them just disappeared. About massive organs. Just look at the size of these things. I don't have to tell you that whatever they were made for, we are not receiving it right now. This is not a debate. I'm asking you just to feel it. And let me know if you do feel it. That's why I believe the ancient builders did not and would not and didn't need to include bathrooms in these structures. That is just the tip of the iceberg of the ancient builders. Next we get into the frequencies, the symbolism, and the stained glass windows. All right, it's us.
Oh yeah, I need him to go further because I feel exactly what he's saying.
They got it. Yeah, this crow has a freaking camera on it.
What you see there?
Do y'all see it? They have a freaking camera on it. Wow. It just landed up there. That one right there. You see it? You guys see the colors on it? And it's making like a loud. Yeah. That is a crow. It's a crow with a drone. It's a fake. It's a fake crow.
Is that a fake crow?
Yeah, it's a fake one. No, it's a fake one. No. They like they're implanted. It just flew away. I don't know where it went, y'all, but that's crazy.
Here, you want these chicken wings? It's chicken.
It's chicken strips.
Chicken strips.
I told you I wasn't. I knew. I was like, man, I see colors on it. Where'd it go?
Right there. It's right there.
I can't see it no more.
It's right there by the two O's. By the T-L-P.
Oh.
Damn.
Look, y'all see it? It's starting to fly away.
We caught you.
Yeah. We already got your ass. Somebody down here watching somebody. Somebody got a camera. You see her making that sound? They're probably the reason why the crows are acting like that. Where'd it go?
It went over here.
Down here stalking people.
That's crazy.
That's creepy.
That's crazy.
You're making that sound. That's the one that was making that damn sound. Stupid. They're like, this crow acting stupid. I know the other crows is like, excuse me.
That's crazy.
I heard about that shit. I didn't see it. That's crazy.
Y'all, they Emma killed my son.
him in the back of the head. And while they had his hand tied behind, while they were holding both his hands, they shot him in his hands. And that's only 2 of the shots. They executed my baby. They held his hands behind his back. So what you see on the news, when you see the officer, not the one that was straddling him, that shot him in the back of the head, but the one holding the gun, that's the one that shot him in his hands while his partner was shooting in the back of his head, y'all. No mother. They shot my baby in the back of the head, y'all, while they were holding his hands. But he is in heaven. His brains literally were laying on the ground yesterday when I went to where they shot him. I don't want nobody's sympathy, but y'all love on y'all kids. Y'all love on y'all kids, dog. Oh, when I say they executed my baby, where we going now? That police video footage y'all saw, America's so gung-ho about, where y'all see an officer and all y'all see is his gun drawn, that's because he was the one shooting his son in the hands that his partner had together. Together like these. The dog was mawing at his neck. His neck is mawed up from where the dog mauled. Where the dog was mauling my neck, and they said that the dog wasn't strong enough to detain him. You had a dog eating at his face and his neck, a man straddling over him with his arms behind his back, and another officer standing off to the side, and the police still ain't saying nothing. Let me remove my glasses. The police still ain't saying nothing to me.
Why they do him that way?
And
then they emptied his bag and laid the shit out to make it seem
and then
like he had a
tried
weapon.
to empty stuff out. It was hot that day. What the f? My son sweat. The f he gonna wear some gloves and he's sweating on the bike. What y'all don't know is they sped that footage up because the police actually knocked him off that bike. See, y'all can go by what the news tell y'all because the police gonna always have a different narrative, but we showed y'all what was real. We watched them stand over him while he was laying on his stomach. When does deadly force become the first?
Can we get something about
Mama Gwen, the first thing they resorted to while he was laying on his stomach.
I'm sorry.
They threw my baby in the back of the In the back.
All these famous. Nah, I ain't never cut a clip short because I couldn't stomach it, but I had to cut that one short. It was a little bit longer. We just went over a previous video, and the guys was in the basement, and he's talking crazy to the cop, and there was blood on somebody's neck. He's moving his hands. He got his hands in his pocket. He took the blood off the person's neck and said, "Here, taste it." Put it in the cop's face. That cop didn't do nothing, and I said, I couldn't do nothing like that. I literally been pulled over and my hands on the steering wheel, and I got my little sister in the car, and a cop has he has unlatched his gun ready to go on me already. He ain't even asked me my name, nothing. License already in my hand. I'm like this, the license in my hand. My hands is on the steering wheel. He grabbed it, here's this, and the paper's already on my lap. You need it, can I reach for it? He's like, yeah. But he's already ready to go to deadly force. But when the guy was in the basement, he didn't resort to that. Do we see differences here? That's all I'm asking. Do we see differences here? Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. I didn't see the video. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if my stomach can handle it. I don't know. I watched so much already. I don't know if I could take the shit. But let me know if y'all have went down that lane of understanding what happened with that story. I'm probably gonna pass it up. I'll be honest with y'all. I don't feel like it's America, bro. I feel it. I don't feel like taking on. I don't feel like going down that shit right now. I can't handle it. So y'all let me know what y'all feeling.
All these famous people are dying, and what I didn't even think about is the fact that we're in eclipse season. A lot of times eclipses can signify death because eclipses represent significant events in somebody's life. And we had the first eclipse on the 17th. We have the next eclipse take place on March 3rd, but the past couple of weeks, we've had a lot of famous deaths, like Dawson died, Jesse Jackson died, now McSteamy done died. I'm scrolling on Instagram, Shira Seven's husband died. Like, people are dying that have never died before. And eclipses, in the words of Chris Brennan, represent significant endings, significant beginnings. I'm even listening to an episode of the astrology podcast right now that he did about eclipses, and he was talking about how a lot of people die, a lot of people go to jail, a lot of crazy significant things happen in celebrities' lives because eclipses are representative of catalytic events. So it makes sense. But yeah, it's not a surprise that we're seeing all these celebrity deaths and a lot of crazy things happening. Like Prince Andrew got arrested. I'm going to look at his chart. But yeah, eclipse season, get ready. And then Mercury retrograde is about to take place on top of this eclipse season. Like, shit's about to get crazy.
Did you see that Ghislaine was seen in Quebec? This person looks very similar to Ghislaine. And the guy that walks up to her says, "Hey, Ghislaine," and she instinctively looks at him. Kind of like when you hear your name out in the wild when someone says your name, but they're talking to someone else. She instinctively looks at him, which is a little odd. And then she's like, "Oh, no." But also, the guy next to her looks pretty similar to her brother, Philip. And it might sound crazy, but we know the person that they put on trial that was pleading the fifth the whole time was not Ghislaine. Look at these two pictures side by side. That's not Ghislaine. She's definitely not in prison. We know that for a fact by who they showed us, not her. But also, did you know Epstein, how old he was when he died? He was 66 years old and 6 months. That's a little odd too, don't you think?
Too many coincidences, bro.
So you telling me you walked into a place called Wine and Spirits. You're not buying no wine. So you buying spirits. Walked up, picked out a bottle that looked like a potion bottle, something like this. A potion now. This shit looked like a potion bottle. So you walked into the place called Wine and Spirits. Then you picked a bottle that looked like a potion bottle. You drunk a substance known to make you black out and not forget and still be able to control your body though. What is that when you blacking out? Oh, it's called Wine and Spirits, right? Then they sell a drink in there called gin. What religion is that called demons gin? See where I'm going with this? You gotta watch what y'all doing, man. I'm telling you. And back to the blacking out part and being a whole nother person. We all know a female that get drunk and just like, it's many different types. Some of them get drunk and fight. Some of them get drunk and they just going. Same with niggas, like, you know a nigga who he get drunk and now he on demon time all of a sudden. Like, nah, this nigga just he the biggest gangster in the world all of a sudden. Now he got some drink in the system, and they always blacking out though. All I'm gonna say is this: what the hell is that? If you blacked out and now you acting different and you went in a place and it's called Wine and Spirits and you didn't buy wine, you see where I'm going with this? That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey yo, one day. One time, so my stepdad at the time, he's a real alcoholic. And he liked to tear shit up. And then, you know, he liked to get into it with my mom, then we start fighting. And you heard we. And I was like from, I say, shit, like 6 all the way to when I was like 15. We fought every other weekend. That shit's crazy. One particular weekend, This dude came in tripping, drunk off his ass. We used to have a closet that the mirrors the whole closet. He in there tripping, bro. I thought this man was gonna do some real harm to everybody in that house. Well, pardon me. He's slamming the closet door, is shattering into pieces, like the whole thing just breaking into pieces. He yelling and shit. And that night we didn't fight. It was literally him just tearing shit up the whole night. But I feel, and he was a very cool person when he's sober, but when he drunk, that boy crazy. That night though, I ain't never seen him drunk like that. But that night he damn near was. I ain't never said this, but he damn near was taking on a whole nother person, like as if there was a spirit on him or something. That shit was crazy. It's hard even to explain, but he had different strength. He had different anger. Yeah, like he was just a different person. It was like almost like he transformed into something different. Like I don't know, possessed. I don't know, bro. It's like I said, it's the first time me explaining it. So yeah, that shit was crazy. So I gotta say, like, I can't disagree with bro, and everything he said made sense. What's your thoughts?
Cenomix. Okay? Cenomix is a transnational company that creates flavor enhancement for products for transnational companies like Pepsi, Kraft, Nestle, Campbell. And what they've been doing is that they grabbed kidney cells from human. So they grabbed these kidney cell lines, las células sanguíneas de los riñones de bebés abortados, and in laboratory they replicate these cells and they put them in all your products. So ponen los productos. What products are we talking about? Well, we're talking about your Gatorade. There's some baby. Yes, seriously. We're talking about Lay's chips. Yeah, that's why they taste so good, don't they? Pepsi product, right? Tropicana juice, the Donny Walk, Minute Maid. We have not consumed anything from these companies. And tell them that we're going to participate in their insane ritual.
Further details on Cenomix and its new sweet enhancing ingredients. And Chris, were you able to find out how the sweet mix additive actually works?
So Cenomix wouldn't actually talk to me for this story, but from what I've found from other scientists I talked to is that it basically, the ingredient interacts with the taste receptors on the tongue. And what it essentially does is it tricks the brain into thinking that there's actually more sugar than the amount of sugar that's actually in the food.
So since this would lower the calorie consumption of soft drinks, making them taste sweeter with less sugar in them, why are some scientists concerned about the health impact?
So the main concern is obviously you would want to have any new ingredient kind of vetted really well before it goes into food. And the main concern is that the FDA actually didn't review this for safety. And it doesn't have to be, because there's a loophole in a 57-year-old law, which basically allows companies to have their ingredients reviewed by an industry trade group. And in this case, what happens is a company like Cenomix and other flavor companies will go to the trade group that represents the flavor industry. It's called the Flavor and Extract Manufacturers Association. And they have a panel of experts that review the safety of these ingredients. But critics of this loophole basically say that companies like Cenomix are exploiting it and that the FDA should be reviewing these.
And what did that group find?
So there's a consumer group called the Center for Science in the Public Interest based in Washington, D.C. And what they did is they took a look to see if at 4 sweetness enhancing ingredients from Cenomix, including this latest one, and they wanted to see what studies were done. And what they found is that some studies that are recommended by the FDA weren't completed. And they think that these studies should be done. One study for Sweet Mix actually was a reproduction study to see how it affects reproduction. And they say that these ingredients should be vetted a lot more and that the federal government should be doing it.
Sure. So what is Cenomix and Pepsi saying about these concerns?
So Cenomix, Pepsi, and the trade group all declined interview requests, but they said in written statements that that these were properly reviewed and that they're safe, and that the industry also says for a lot of these that these are used in very small amounts and the risk is very little.
Now, will this new ingredient actually be labeled like aspartame or any other artificial sweetener?
So no, actually it's going to be artificial flavors. So it's not going to be listed like aspartame and other ingredients are actually individually on the food label.
So it'll just be lumped in. You'll see on the ingredients.
It'll just say artificial flavors and it'll be under there.
When is Pepsi going to start selling this enhanced drink with this enhanced additive?
Sure, so it's coming to store shelves this fall. It's going to be in 2 products to start. It's going to be in mug root beer in 2 test markets in Denver and Philadelphia, and then another drink called Manzanita Soul, which is, they're going to put that in all the Manzanita Souls all across the country. It's mainly sold in the Southwest.
Now, why the higher ups ain't changed?
I got a crazy conspiracy for you, TikTok, but keep in mind this is just for entertainment purposes. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So, I'm pretty sure that there is a portal of hell behind the H in the Hollywood sign. So I'm going down the Epstein Files rabbit hole, and I keep coming back to the satanic bullshit. And then I remembered that Dr. Evil's lair was behind the Hollywood sign. And then it clicked to me that in Percy Jackson, that little portal to hell was behind the H in the Hollywood sign. And then I remembered Wizards of Waverly Place. And in the episode called Dancing with the Angels, funny enough, the portal to this little hell world was behind the H in the Hollywood sign. And what's crazy is that in each one of these movies and TV shows, behind the Hollywood sign is somebody evil. Like this guy right here hijacked the moral compass so that he could influence everybody in the world to make bad decisions. Now ain't that just like Hollywood? Don't they sit there and brainwash us through the movies, music, and TV shows to get us to do whatever they want us to? And then in Percy Jackson, they literally went to hell. They literally went to Hades through the portal in the Hollywood sign. And then what's really crazy is when you factor in that some 200 angels were cast out of heaven, and that Los Angeles means the city of angels. You picking up what I'm putting down?
The Epstein Files has opened the gateway to a lot of conspiracy theories being true. And I mean deep-seated conspiracy theories. And one that most people really don't know about unless you go, like, you're really, really into, like, the conspiracy theory community, is this conspiracy theory about a supercomputer that has been available since the 1960s called Deep Blue, which is essentially, like, the smartest supercomputer, like, think tank box of all time. It is essentially an unrestricted AI computer because, by the way, the government has had AI long before it was introduced into the public. And what they would do is that they would have this team of, like, think tank, like, super geniuses, like, feeding this AI super genius computer questions, again, completely unfiltered, to try to find ways to control the general population. But one problem that they kept coming back to was that no matter what they did, no matter, you know, how many things they changed, whatever, Deep Blue always came to the conclusion that the general population was going to wake up to the fact that they were being controlled. It was just a matter of time. And this is like the most terrifying thing to the elites. So I got curious and I went on to the DOJ. I'm currently on the Epstein Files, justice.gov, Epstein Files, and I decided to just look up Deep Blue and see what came up. 54 files came up. And some of them are just, you know, Epstein talking about like color schemes or whatever. But I just came across something really interesting. I clicked on the file and it was labeled Project Prime AGI. And their goal is to create a human level of or greater than of artificial intelligence. Their timing goal is by 2025 to 2030. As in right now. Doing it as an open source project for the good of humanity, doing it safely. Now, the thing that really got me, so this is the first page, right? So this is, I'm just reading you all the information. Raising funds for phase 1. So everything that's discussed in this is just phase 1. How many phases are there? What? An example of human level AGI, so essentially what their goal is to get to. When a robot can go into an average American house and figure out how to make coffee, including identifying the coffee machine, figure out, like, they essentially wanted to create robots that could blend in with humans. There's a section called the Turing test, and it's basically saying a text dialogue AI that is indistinguishable from a human in online conversation. So their goal was to get to a point in AI in where we could not distinguish whether we were talking to a human versus a robot, which, I mean, look at our world right now. I think they accomplished what they wanted. There's also something that's called a robot university student test. When a robot can enroll in a human university and take classes in the same way as humans and get its degree, then we've created artificial general intelligence. They've distinguished two types of AI. So narrow AI is essentially it's trained in its program. So like it can't drive a car. General AI, which I'm assuming was their goal, can in principle learn to do anything a human can learn and more. So is educated, has its own brain. It has a section and it goes, why now? AGI has been the implicit long-term goal of AI research since at least the 1950s. Like I said, guys, they've had AI for a lot longer than it's been out in the general public. This is crazy, guys. This is actually insane. There's a section that says, why us? And it says, Ben Gortzel is the leading thinker. Did I not literally just say that it's a think tank? Did I not just say that? Evangelist and organizer in AI community. Anyways, this is hurting my brain, so I'm gonna stop the video here, but it's like, if this was phase 1, what phase are we on now? Like, what are they working on now? I don't know. Just something to think about. That's it. Love you. Bye.
So when we say the word or refer to people as NPCs, is that true now? Because I mean, just let's be real. If they were gonna put robots to the public, why would we only think that they're gonna look like machines, like the robots we have seen? Why do we only think one way sometimes when with their plans? If I was them, I would make robots look like robots. Like I would make, AI robots look like robots. But then I would make robots that look like people. Reason being, you could use them shits as like spies, sleeper cells, whatever you want to use them as, bro. You could do a hell of a lot if you used a person and you make them look like a person and ain't not a wolf in sheep's clothing, damn near. Like, just spook by the door, like, just, it's infiltration, bro. Like, that would be genius. And you know what? The public wouldn't even think about that shit. They would only think one way. A metal, no face, no features, just, it's not human-like. But they making robots that look human-like. That would be some shit they would do. I think they're already doing it. That's why when I say some people are NPCs, some people are robots, I believe that is exactly what some people are. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. I don't mean no disrespect, but I'm just saying it's my thoughts. It's my opinion. Like, I really believe that shit. Look how people act. Look how people react to shit. Just saying. They on point with they face.
Have y'all seen this recent post? The first picture actually looks like her. And then there's another one a few in right here that also does, but this is from quite a few years ago. Now, I have a theory. This is for entertainment purposes only. Want to know what you guys think. If we go through the timeline of 2017 in for her kidney transplant, it is an open discussion how her body was rejecting the kidney and she almost died. We see her come out of the hospital. She gets together with Justin Bieber at a Bible study. Okay, they're doing well. Then out of nowhere, she checks herself into this mental rehab. She's in there for 7 months. And when she comes out, she starts looking very different. Now, there's many different sightings of her where she looks completely different. Now, these are my theories. This is just, again, this is for entertainment purposes only, my own personal opinion. I want to know what you guys think. So my first theory is, number one, that she went off somewhere. There's a clip I'm going to show in my next video where she's talking about how she doesn't want to be famous anymore. She just wants to be a mom and have a family, and she's crying. And this is supposedly while she's in this mental rehab. Okay, watch my next video. I'm going to post a clip of it. Now, so my opinion is that she, number one, is off, like literally left the country, like a lot of other celebrities. She has a family. Justin Bieber's been breaking down because he knows he cannot be next to her. She's somewhere else. Probably can't even communicate with her. Okay, my second thought is that she literally died and this is just a replacement. If we go back to number one, she could have signed a contract, signed everything over, and there are doubles of her out there. Understand that her name is a brand. She has over 460 million followers, guys. This is a brand. They only see money. They don't care about the person, right? This is one of many celebrities where they could just put a different person in front of us and it's a brand. And about 25% of people will call it out. The other 75% will just accept it. I want to know what you guys think. Put it in the comments below.
Damn, she got some good little questions there.
Let's talk about some conspiracy theories. Okay, so I just went to Reddit and typed in conspiracy theories in the search bar, and I came across this thread. What's the craziest conspiracy theory you actually believe? No judgment here. We're living in a time where almost nothing feels too strange anymore. Share the theory you believe and explain why it makes sense to you. And this was posted 3 months ago, so very recent. Okay, so let's scroll through and see what conspiracy theories people mention and what they have to say about it. There's more to Antarctica than they're telling us. Oh my gosh, I believe in this wholeheartedly. I went down a deep rabbit hole on Antarctica, and I guess like one of the conspiracy theories I heard about Antarctica is that Antarctica is actually like a portal to a place that is so beautiful and so much better than this, and only the elite have access to that, and they're not telling us about it. Either way, whatever is going on down there, it is so weird because the world can't agree on anything. There's wars every day, but everybody, all of the leaders can agree on not with Antarctica. No, something's going on down there. The phone listens. Happened multiple times where I have had a conversation, did not Google or ask Siri, etc., just a face-to-face convo, and the topic of conversation shows up as an ad. Dude, that has been happening to me for years. Like, I could be talking about pickled radishes, and I've never looked up pickled radishes on my phone, and I'll open my phone and I'll see a video for pickled radishes. Like, that is so freaking weird and so true. We're being energetically farmed by an interdimensional reptilian race that feeds off low frequencies that we emit when we have negative emotions. They've strategically set the whole world up to make everyone as miserable and stressed and unhealthy as possible, because when we feel bad and the frequency emanating from our electromagnetic field becomes low, they consume these low frequencies as their food in a sense. It's the root of all issues on our planet. I totally believe this. Like alcohol, alcohol is horrible for you. As somebody who had a horrible alcohol problem for the majority of their life, I stopped drinking in 2023. But like, alcohol is legal and it makes you depressed. It makes you do stupid things. At least I did stupid things while drinking. Yeah, and it just keeps you at a low vibration. But that's legal. But this isn't legal everywhere, and this is actually proven like to help people and make people feel better. They don't want us feeling better. And if this became legal everywhere, that would put so many other businesses like out of business or just making less money. That's a whole other conspiracy. But anyway, I definitely think that they are trying to keep us low. They show us bad things everywhere that makes us scared. Like, what is that called? Like fear mongering or whatever. I also heard of another conspiracy the other day about how the government hires people to drive on roads and create more traffic. So like rush hour traffic, like the government hires people to drive in that traffic to make more traffic, and obviously traffic pisses you off. And then you get home, you're in a bad mood, maybe you're mean to your partner or your kids because you're so stressed out, and also being that stressed out, that makes you not want to do like good things for yourself. You're just gonna be pissed, come home, have a beer, smoke a little or something like that, and then not get anything done. And that's not progressive and good for you. Anyway, I could talk about this one for freaking ever. They are 100% trying to keep us down, and we cannot let the bastards grind us down. Okay, moving on. That little people live in the ground. Someone says, go on. I don't know why that's so funny to me. I've never heard that before. Let's see if anybody gives us some context. Okay, there's really no context in what that person said, but I have like heard of the conspiracy of people living like in the center of the earth. Like there was like those 2 kids a long time ago that people found, and their skin was green, and I think their eyes may have been black, and they said they lived like underground, like in the center of the earth or something like that. They were from somewhere completely different. I mean, I believe that. I've never been to the center of the earth, so I don't know what's in there. Oh, here's a good one. That Britney Spears is Someone commented, I remember videos of her on Insta where it looked like someone else using an AI face filter. It was so weird. And then someone else said, yeah, and I've been seeing more, and at first I was like, how ridiculous, and now I'm like, but what if? I don't understand how her video quality is so distorted and grainy when I'm sure she could afford a phone with a higher def camera. Her censorship has ended and she's never really photographed out and about. With all the AI and fake stuff, reality feels so distorted to me now. That's actually a really good point. I feel like we don't really see her photographed like out and about. That's really sad if that's true, because I'm a 90s kid, 93, so I grew up on Britney Spears, and that is just so terrible what happened to her. When you dream about yourself in various situations, you are actually viewing yourself through the lens of another you in another dimension, living in infinite parallel existences created at random. I feel like I kind of believe this one too. Like, we did a video the other day on astral projection and like talked about like vivid dreams that they feel so.
I hear anyone talk about the fact that when you're pregnant and right after you give birth, how you are so vulnerable and open when it comes to like spiritual things, ghosts, paranormal energies. You're right in between the veil. Like, you're so walking that, and because of that, you are very much a target for those types of energies and things that attach themselves to you. Into paranormal stuff, spiritual things, anything like that, then stick around because I have a story for you that is very scary. This was 12 years ago. My husband and I moved into our first place together. We were expecting my first daughter, and I was about 6 months pregnant when we moved in. And from the beginning, I felt this place was off. It did not feel safe. It felt cold. It felt heavy. So many times I felt presences around me, like on me, and my hair would move. I mean, things like that, okay? That's how crazy it was there. You could tell something bad happened in this place. And I am from a spiritual family who has seen things and feels things, and they believe very much in like a spiritual type of energy, other alter plane, okay? The first encounter I had with whatever was in this house was my hair being pushed, and at first I thought it was nothing. I was in the kitchen, I was just making food. At first I thought it was a vent, and I looked, there's no vent. Then I felt it again, like someone was just like going like that to my hair. And then I immediately got freaked out because it felt like someone who was like 6'5", standing behind me going like this with their hands over me. It was so heavy, it was so scary. I had ran out of my house. Stepdad was like, you need to come over here, there's something in my house. It was that terrifying. What happened is that we were cleaning and we found cut up corn DVDs in our toilet. Like, they tried to flush it down the toilet. And like, that was weird, okay? Because like, why not just throw them away? I almost felt like there was something on those that like was more than just what it was. I also had these visions, which I've never had before. I had visions of bad things happening in that place, almost like I was able to tap in to see what happened. And there were little kids in this closet right off of our master bedroom, and bad things were happening to them, like all of those things. It's just this heaviness. There's footsteps around my bed. My husband didn't really believe in that until I was out of town, and he heard them as well. He's like, I don't know what that is. That's very, very odd. We also had a weird scorpion problem, and nobody else around us had scorpions. It was only our house, and it was almost like we were becoming infested with scorpions. And it just felt very dark and heavy, and you know, you can take that however you want to discern that. For me, it was just another sign from like spirit being like, no, this place is bad. It's bad. I was pregnant and I was doing my yoga, my pregnancy yoga stretching. I sat down and all of a sudden I heard something from a vent up above me. I'm like, what is that sound? And then a big giant scorpion dropped down to where I was just sitting. And it ran, and I was just like, you know what, this is like a sign, we gotta get the hell out of here, like this is not good. And of course it's like the typical thing you see in movies, like my husband didn't really believe me. He's like, no, you're just being paranoid, like it's not that big a deal, whatever. I had my baby, and of course, you know, late night hours, I'm up early, I'm breastfeeding, we're taking turns with her. My husband worked very, very late, crazy hours. There's so many things I could mention about this, but I guess I'll just start with the first thing that comes to my mind. One time I was nursing my daughter on my bed, and I saw someone peek their head out the corner and look at me and then go back. That freaked me the frick out so much that, like, because I was nursing my daughter, she like right away was like, oh, something's going on. It was so scary because it was clear as day that it was peeking its head out and going back. I went downstairs, I just waited down there and let my daughter fall asleep on me. I'm like, I'm not being up in this room. Another terrifying experience was in my daughter's room, which was right next door to my master bedroom. And I was in there, I had the baby monitor set up in my room because she was in her bassinet. And I was in there just kind of watching a show and whatever, and I hear her start laughing out of nowhere, you know, like as kids do. They laugh, they dream. And I was like, okay, but it kind of freaked me out and scared me. And so I was listening to the baby monitor and I hear her laughing. And then I hear my name being whispered on the baby monitor. And I kid you not, it sounded like this. Ashley. I'm not joking. I freaking wish I was. Like, I wish I was. I had an out-of-body experience because I'm like, this isn't real. This can't be real. I sent my husband in there. He's like, go in there and check on her. She was fine. But I've never, ever encountered that before. So freaking terrifying. Something in this house had attached itself to me where it was not only at my house that was encountering this. Wherever I went, to stores, to other people's homes, I could feel that presence. And I would see things moving. I'm not even kidding you. I know it sounds insane. But I would be going to Target or something, and clothes on a certain rack would start swinging out of nowhere. Like, I know I sound insane. I know. But I'm telling you 100%. This is not something I'm making up. I wasn't like in some kind of psychosis postpartum. I actually was always telling myself, like, you're not seeing this, until my husband witnessed it with his own eyes. We were at our house having coffee in the morning on a Saturday or something. And I'm sitting there with my baby. We're sitting there together. And all of a sudden, we look and we see one of her toy crates be picked up and dropped. Literally, that's what happened. It went up and dropped. Didn't see anybody around it. My husband was like, wait, what in the actual F was that? He went and checked. Maybe it was like a rat or something. Of course, he's not going to believe what I think. I know it is. And he couldn't explain it. He was like, that is freaking weird. Like, yeah, I've been telling you this place is effed up, man. Every time I would change my daughter's diaper, it felt like someone was behind me, hovering over me so much that I would have to change where I would change her because I didn't feel safe in most of the spots in my house changing my daughter's diaper. Mom came over one time and she was like, let me rock her to sleep while you lay in the bed. And she was sitting in the rocker in our master bedroom. And she told me, there is a dark energy here. I don't like it. It feels so heavy. It feels like something awful happened here. It just doesn't feel right. And that was such validation because I'm like, yes, I'm not going crazy. It's not postpartum stuff. It was legit scary. Okay, this is so long. So there's going to be a part 2. Let me know if you want a part 2 because I have so many more experiences and things to talk about this. And I want to know if you, when you were pregnant and after you had your baby, if you experienced some crazy things like this too.
Oh yeah, I could listen to that all day. I want to hear more. I know we made it to the end of this, and if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. I know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7, and this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate you if you're watching the TV, whatever the case is. I wish it was smooth 7. So I'll see everybody in the next one. I love y'all, Collective. Y'all know what it is. We gone.
Ay, yeah, I just check my account. Sheesh, at the amount. You probably know it.